Evening all you lovely lot, how you doing? It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here, also known as Mag. Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. How are you all? Good to see you. A couple of people who got here nice and early. Gozzo, good evening. How you doing? Our community member of the month, Kindred. Good evening. How you doing? Manic, hello. Good to see you. God, my voice went high then. Hello. That was a bit weird. Sound like blooming Mrs. Doubtfire. There you go. Anyway, welcome to the show. We've got a jam-packed show of new games and new reviews to talk about for you tonight. I hope you're all well. Also, Gosso's had a tooth fixed. Do you know what? It's weird because you've had a tooth fixed and Kindred's broken a tooth. So that's bizarre that that's happened. Danka, good evening. How you doing? Good to see you. We'll get Kindred a shout out a little bit later on. I'm just going to refresh this chat. Oh, also to remind you folks, well, it snapped off technically. Yeah, I know. So, don't know. That sounds painful anyway. Don't forget, folks, just by subbing to the channel or any other channels, actually, Twitch are doing a promotion at the moment. You can get a whole 30 days of Crunchyroll free just by subscribing to the channel. And that can be resubs, gifted subs, whatever you like. I think the only ones you don't count are Prime subs. But if you do that, they will basically give you the 33 days in your drops menu. So go check it out. That's running until Monday next week. Obviously, I can't run the show by myself. I've got to have someone who's got a fountain of knowledge of gaming because, frankly, I'm just a gob that keeps things moving. Please welcome the co-host who knows the most. It's the one and only Mr. David Jones.
Evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Even everyone in chat, I hope you're all doing good.
They're doing good. They're saying hello. They're already there. Manic says, I'm doing good, thank you. Having some frosted cornflakes. The dude always having breakfast when we're on our show, and he's in the UK. I'd expect if he was like from Australia or something to say, sorry, I'm having breakfast. But I expect Manic's the sort of person that would have like steak for breakfast, but then as cornflakes. But there you go.
Mix it up a bit.
Yeah, why not? There you go. There you go. How are you? What have you been playing?
I'm good, thank you, mate. I've been just playing a couple of games. Mostly been playing Do the Dark Ages since that came out, but we'll talk about that more later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he says, yeah, everyone's playing Doom. And then the only other thing I played was Split Fiction. Finished that off on Sunday. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I did. I think about two and a bit hours for our last session to get through it. Nice. It was pretty good. Good ending. Good, very good the way they sort of do it. Yeah. I won't spoil it because you'll get to it soon enough. But it was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Probably prefer the story of It Takes Two just a little bit more, I'd say.
Okay.
But yeah, this one was still really good. Had a great time playing it. Yeah, it had some fun little ideas. Yeah, keeps it fresh all the way through.
Have you played all the little side mission stuff or not?
Yeah, I think I found. Well, I'm assuming I found all the side stories because most of the ones I came across seem pretty obvious. There may have been some like hidden away. I think there was meant to be some really well hidden one that
there are some
completed very early on to like get invited to go to the studio to see their next game. I didn't see that. I don't know where that was or how you activated that. So skip that one. But as far as I'm aware, I've played all the other side stories. Yeah. But I'll have to have a look at a guide just to double check.
There's supposed to be one that's really bastard hard.
I think that's the one I was just talking about. Yeah. The first dude who completed that got an invite to the studio to see the next game they're working on, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Get to meet old Jose himself as well. Ellie, evening, mother fudders. How are you? Thank you so much for the Prime sub.
Yes. No. Shit.
4 months.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Shit.
Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you are well. Shall we bring... Well, I was going to say what I've been playing, but most of what I've been playing is what we're talking about on the show tonight. Everything's just kind of got shelved. I was going to hopefully finish the Midnight Walk, which we talked about last week, but I haven't done that. Good evening, Jesse. How you doing? Good to see you. But then, obviously, the Precinct came out this time last week. So I've been playing that, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then, obviously, Doom the Dark Ages as well. So yeah, lots to talk about, but we'll wait until we actually talk about those games. There we go. Shall we bring our guests in for this evening? Because we've got a number of guests.
Should.
Right, folks. Yes. Well, there's one of the people's right here is been selected by these wonderful people to be a content creator for Timeless. These wonderful people run an amazing magazine that not only talks about the latest games a bit like what we do, but talked all about wonderful tech and content creators themselves. They will be at Timeless. They are the people responsible for sorting out all our content creators. They were there last year as well. Please welcome, I'm going to do it in the box order I've got here, Emily, Jamie and Sawyer from the Gamer Guide. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi guys.
Okay, yeah, the timing of that was impeccable. Jamie's like,
Best timing.
there you go. If you do exclamation Gamer Guide in the chat, not only will it give you some of their socials, but it will also give you a link to the latest web magazine. There you go. It just says, evening, lovely people. Manic says, so is this what the screens are going to look like for the upcoming Nintendo Switch? Possibly. Probably better video quality on this, though, compared to the Switch 2 from what we've seen. Especially if you use that Piranha Plant camera. Apparently, it's only 480p. I was like, what's that
a massive drain on resources as well. The chat.
It's nuts, isn't it? It's the fact that you have that, and then it's like, oh, yeah, but it can only do 480p. I'm like, yeah.
Great.
Thanks for that. There you go. But there is the link. And actually, we'll actually bring up the latest, because you've got a new issue coming out very soon, haven't you? Same with the
yeah.
It's on first of June, is it?
1st of June. Is that? And let me tell you what. I'm going to bring up the. Let's bring up the latest one. Here we go, so people can see it, because this is covering quite a few big games. And in fact, one of the games that Dave was just talking about. So this was the February-March issue 24. If you click on that link, this will take you to the website. You can subscribe for free. Magazine's absolutely free. Good evening, Flame. How you doing? But yeah, you were talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows, Split Fiction, Avowed, obviously. What I mean, kind of what. I suppose the best thing, I want to talk about the three sort of areas that you kind of cover, but kind of what determines what games you cover in the magazine?
Me. It's mainly AAA. We get emailed by hundreds of devs, reviewers game. There's only 3 of us. We can't. So it's the biggest hits and games we like, basically. And that's what determines it. It's majority of me. I do review a lot of them, but then we get something that these two really love, and there's passion for that game, and then they'll dive into it.
Nice. And then you've got the tech, because obviously you work with some massive brands. Obviously, we've got like Intel, Xbox, Bandai Namco, Corsair, Logitech. You get a lot of stuff. I know we've had this conversation before, so you get sent a lot of stuff to review, and you're like, all this stuff to do, which is really cool.
Because looking at about over 150 plus brands we've worked with.
That's insane. Cool. And then you've also got obviously the different creators you work with. Obviously, we know Sal. We love Sal to bits because he's been on here. But like people like Ninja as well. So you've got like people from. I mean, have you literally interviewed people from all over the world?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the
magazine is read by people all over the world. So
who would you say has been your favourite people to interview?
The next magazine.
Okay, interesting.
For me personally, the last one that just came out, Arivia. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of her. She does a lot of accessibility stuff, and I just found that super informative in terms of like through that interview with her.
Okay. You can even flick through you can actually look at all the things as like Zotac can, but you can also see all the back issues as well. And it's literally free to subscribe, isn't it? So
yes.
So you've got all the issues. So you've got no reason not to subscribe. That link that is in chat will literally take you there, but you can have a preview as well. So what's the future for the Gamer Guide? What are you guys hoping to do with the magazine moving forward?
What can we say?
Again, I'm going to put you in a difficult position. I'm asking questions I should be asking, aren't I?
There is some pretty huge plans that the team have obviously been working on. You don't want to say, really, but you just get a lot more other than the magazine coming soon.
Obviously, we've already announced that we're going to Gamescom as well, which is huge for us.
Yeah.
huge event. We've been to MCM Comic Con and all of them, but Gamescom is a huge deal. So that's like a really big step for us, which is really exciting.
That's cool. It's because you went last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I went last year, but this time all of us are going, and we're going all out. There'll be long form, short form, you name it, all types of content. Working with some of the biggest brands in the business, and it's just going to go boom, basically.
Nice. There you go. There's also other stuff you cover. Sometimes you cover some of the showcases as well, didn't it? There was the February idea case, the state of play as well. You covered, didn't you, in the last issue? PlayStation state of play.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to throw out there in Split Fiction, yes, there is a secret level that's really, really difficult that me and Jamie have screamed at each other in several times.
It's really fun. I want to play more, but Emily tilts so hard. I love the challenge of it.
I love it. I love the challenge of it, but I do tilt immediately.
Ellie basically said when I asked that question about what's the future, she was like, "Yeah, that's a hard no," because no one answered that question. Manic says, "No, they want to shift copies of the magazine. They don't. No, just no on that. That's a hard no as well from me. Now, if you want to ruin your business, you stick me on it.
We'll do a special cover. We'll do a special cover.
What it is,
limited edition for one person.
You need like a high, big image, and Mag's like a small image.
And that's not just when they take the photo. That's just in real life. So you're never gonna get. It looks like I'm really far away. There you go. But yeah, go do check out. Put Mojo on the cover. Hello, LeBraze. Do go check out the latest issue, and the next issue will be with you literally next month. Obviously, we will talk about Timeless a little bit long. We are going to hint at something that the Gamer Guys are doing with us for Timeless, but we're not going to give it away because, again, we don't want to spoil plans. But we will give you a little teaser of something. So there you go. Ben says, "Good evening, Ben. Mag is so small, he did the motion capture for the Lego games." And I got paid quite well for it. Yeah, I got paid in Lego. Is it a chair? No,
that's good payment.
It's not a chair.
Blame Mag.
What's that? Sorry.
Blame Mag. You promised her a chair.
I did, but we might not be going down that route. We might be going down something else that I'm not allowed to. From our point of view, not Gamer Guys' point, I'm not allowed to talk about. That's going to be like a big prize. Is it an energy drink? Maybe. Who knows? We'll see what we come up with. Anyway, enough of that and speculation. Let's crack on with the show. We got let's hit that button. With 217th show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be covering games such as the Precinct, Doom, The Dark Ages. We've even got the new DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, plus some little bits of news from the last 7 days or so of the gaming world. But let's crack on with our first game of tonight. And some of you may have seen me play this last week. I've been waiting donkeys to play this because it was supposed to be coming out last year and then got heavily delayed. But basically, what happens if the original GTA was flipped round on its head and it's basically cops instead of people robbing? Well, you can basically check this out because this is the Precinct. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Averno City is losing the war on crime. Entire neighborhoods are in the grip of gang violence. There are daily high-speed pursuits across the city. And this just in, another armed robbery is in progress.
Every single one of you took an oath to protect this city, its residents, and your fellow brothers in blue. That's what matters.
Follow that vehicle.
Car theft in progress at Litchfield.
We got a vehicle fire here. We're the ones out there making the hard choices, and those choices are what make us who we are.
Central, get the cell ready.
We got you, scumbag.
Central to all units, bank robbery in progress, shots fired.
Okay, kid, you wanted the real deal? This is it.
Be advised, suspects are heavily armed. Approach with caution.
Looks like that perp has been taken into custody.
It doing something at Warehouse 6. I'm going in.
Let's go, Rock. We don't got all day. Units in pursuit. Stinger is deployed. Spike strip effective.
The department did everything we could to track down your father's killer.
Now we go live to a police helicopter in a pursuit operation. Cops are deploying everything at their disposal.
Your father would have been proud of what you did today, Cordell.
Stop there. I've seen a lot of kids come out of the academy all fired up about truth and justice and the American way, only to end up either on the take or in a casket.
There you go, folks. That was the Precinct, which came out last Tuesday on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yes, this is taking a bit of a inspiration from the older GTA game, especially the sort of top-down sort of viewpoint. Looks pretty decent. I like the graphical style it's gone for. It looks really, really cool. Storyline in this one is you're a rookie cop who's just graduated from the academy. I think your father used to be the police chief who died in mysterious circumstances. So, throughout the game, you're all going to be trying to sort of find out who actually killed him, see if you can solve that mystery. But whilst you're trying to do that, you've got to do various sort of general police type stuff. Put tickets on illegally parked cars. Get involved in taking out robbers and stuff like that. But you have got to try and do it in the proper way that the police do. Trying to not to shoot them all completely dead, try and read the rights and stuff like that. So it looks pretty interesting. I quite like the look of this one. It's one that I might get around to playing at some point once I've blasted through Doom. Might be a nice change of pace after blasting some demons to pieces. Come and play this one and be a bit more sensible. Just read people the rights instead of shooting them.
Yeah. Obviously, I streamed this because I've been waiting for this for ages because I first played the demo of this back in 2023. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to say I've enjoyed it. I'd say when I played the demos also on PC, it runs better on PC than it does consoles. It's a tad clunky on consoles, especially some of the controls, unfortunately. But I'm enjoying it, and it's only about a 12-hour game. Like, if you do go around shooting everyone and doing everything wrong, you will drag it out because the idea is you've got to be a good cop to get more XP to progress in the story quicker. So if you want to fuck about, you can, and it'll drag the game out longer. So it's entirely up to you how you want to play it. But I'm enjoying what I'm enjoying. I played more of it. I think when I did the stream, I was a little bit like, oh, this isn't as good as I hoped it to be. But as I went on, it kind of opened up a bit more. And I was like, actually, this is getting better. So after like the first couple of hours, it seems to get better as it goes. So that's that. Who wants to, because we're only going to give one person per game. Who wants to talk about this one or fancies having a thing about
this
that?
game can suck my nuts. No word of a lie, bro. It pissed me off.
Did it?
Yeah, right. So I had it like 2 weeks before it came out.
Yeah.
And then fuck them time trials, man. You get like stuck on the little pipes and little environments that are just like sticking out the floor and your car's just gone.
Yeah.
I raged way too much. Now hopefully they've fixed that, but I could have really just sacked it off after that. It just really pissed me off. Honestly. Like overall, game's all right. Yeah, they've done a good job. But that little bit, I could have. Oh man,
I feel your pain. There was many a times when I was in a speed pursuit and I got dicked over just by something and it fucked my car up.
Or like little fencing and that, just a little bit of wood.
Yeah, whereas you can drive through a whole fence or something and it doesn't do any damage to the car, which is a bit odd. So,
Sounds like standard video game logic to me.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. All right, okay. So we don't technically review the games on this channel, but we scour the internet and take a ton of reviews from loads of different sites and blogs and stuff and turn it into an average gaming review. You may agree with it, you may not, but it's a bit of fun. So if you're seeing numbers appear in chat and you've not seen the show before, then drop a score in the chat. I'm also going to be asking all our guests and Dave a score, and anyone who gets it right gets a shout out. So technically the Gamer Guide have got 3 chances to get shout outs. So they've got an advantage over some of our guests here. We'll have a look at what some people are saying. Kindred said, I found the camera angle a bit weird because it was top down, but not side on. But it can be adjusted though in that way. So Ben says a 7. Manic says a 7. Danky says it does look fun with the format. The side tasks are certainly GTA inspired, 6.5. Gozzo says a 6.5. Manic says, okay, so I was looking through my OG Xbox. I was looking at the Precinct, reminds me of a game called Gang Life Crime Wars. And that's what the Precinct reminds me of. Wayne, anyone's heard of that?
Urban Chaos from PS1.
Ah, okay. That rings a bell.
You was like a cop and you were like arresting people, and that were like GTA sort of stuff. Fantastic game. Much better than this. But it just reminds me of that.
Yeah, there's a few that have been like that, because apparently the whole thing about GTA was it was going to be originally a cop game, and then they switched it and went, it'll be more fun to not be the cop. So, you know, now we know. Now we finally know, and they're right. GTA probably was more fun. Flame saying a 7 out of 10. LeBray says 7, me too. Ellie says 6.5. All right, I'm going to go straight across the thing. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'll try a 7.
Okay, 7. Emily?
7.
7. Sawyer?
8.
8. Jamie?
So many people say 7. I'll go 6.5 then. 6.5.
6.5. Okay, all right. Last chance, folks, to get it right. This is the Precinct, which came out last Tuesday on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. And I can tell you that this did get some lower scores. And it's interesting because just looking on Metacritic, it was one of those games that went up and down over the course of the week. But it did get some better scores from some other websites. And therefore, it averaged out a 7 out of 10.
Cool.
Which is good. It's not great, but it's good. And I think you just persevere it. It needs a bit of work. And I think what I was so downhearted with, it was delayed for a year. And it's kind of like, there's still like things in it that are not quite, as Sawyer said, not quite right. And he was kind of like, shouldn't really, been delayed a year. Shouldn't have really had that really by now, but is what it is. Kindred said 7. It's okay, not shit. Exactly. So I do enjoy, I'm enjoying it. And it's a game you can drop in and out of quite easily, like do a couple of missions, save it, out, drop back in. You can play it for 10, 15 minutes, which is a rare thing these days. So go do it. Exclamation. Have I got any mods in chat? I need to check. Let me see. I will do the Gamer Guide shout out. Let's do this. Because Emily got it right. So they get a shout out first. There's the link. Go subscribe to the Gamer Guide. There you go. Well done, Emily. That's one for you. Also, I don't know if I've actually got any mods. I'll have to do this on the old fly. But
left you high and dry, haven't they?
They have. They've all fucked off. Jesse was here and he's disappeared. Let's see. Kindred got it right. Well done. Doing the shout outs there. There you go. Congratulations. LeBraze, you got it right. Hit that button. It's actually working. Yay. Flame, you got it right as well. Well done. Ben says sack him. Possibly. I would if I paid them, but I don't. So there you go. Flame, you got it right as well. Manic, you got it right. So there we go. God, I hope some mods turn up later because it's going to take fucking ages doing all this shit. And Ben, you got it as well. So there you go. There's all the shout outs for you lot. Congratulations, you got the first one right. There you go. So moving on to our next game this evening. This also came out last Tuesday on PS4, 5, and PC and Switch. And this is called Death End Request Z or Z, depending where you come from.
料理が出揃いましたね。さあ、いただきましょう。
できましたよ。
always get one of those trailers where you sit there for a minute and a half and go, what the fuck was that? And that was one of them for this week. Yeah. I don't know what I hate more, the weird-ass ad or the discordant guitar piano music. Hopefully, Dave, you can shed a bit of light on this one, because I frankly am sitting here scratching my head going, I don't know what I just watched.
Yeah, this is kind of like a mix of JRPG and visual novel from what I could gather. Okay. And it follows on from a couple of other games. And from the sound of it, it would be helpful if you've played those games before, because this one's kind of set in like a parallel world that an AI has created. It's like a copy of the original sort of game world. Everything's kind of switched around. So like characters that were friends in the previous games will be enemies in this one. So it will definitely help if you play the previous games. You know where these people are. But this is one of those ones where your character sort of wakes up in this strange world, and they're now the person that's got to try and save it.
Yeah. And
I think sort of structurally, there's like a sort of town that you can sort of wander around in, you know, talk to people, you know, hand out your weapons and stuff like that. But then there's like other areas, dungeons that you can then go to where you've got to go and rescue friends that you can then, I guess, sort of bring into your party. It's that sort of structure. I can't say it really appeals to me from looking at that trailer, even remotely. Never heard of it. Never heard the previous two games. This is definitely one that I can easily skip over. I guess some people like it because I guess it's the third or fourth game in the series. From what I could gather.
Jesus. Okay, so there's a market for it clearly.
Yeah, it always seems to be.
Okay. Who wants to take this one? I'll get either Emily or Jamie. I'll let you. I think Sawyer's got off lightly.
I mean, the ad looks strange. That the trailer itself seemed really poorly made, in my opinion. It seems like there just wasn't a lot going on, and only towards the end, I think, is this like a roguelike, just from what it's saying in the ad. But I think it's one of those games where it's more prevalent in like the Japanese market than the Western market.
Yeah.
And with a name like that, I should have guessed it was a Japanese game, to be honest.
It'll probably shift a shed load over there, and it
kind of reminds me a little bit like the art style, a bit like Maple Story crossed with Animal Crossing.
Because the way the characters run, actually, it's a bit weird. It looks like it's like if Animal Crossing was a mass murder game. Yeah. So, all right, let's see what people are saying in chat. Manic saying a 7. Kindred said a 2 out of 10 for this one. Ben saying a 5. Oh, he said, but probably get a 6. All right, we'll take that as your official answer. Dungeon Crawlers are my thing, says Danker. That's a 6 out of 10. Gozzo also saying a 6. Lebray's saying a 5. Let's go across the board. I'll start with Emily this time. What do you reckon this got?
I'm caught between a 4 or 5, to be honest.
You can go half. You can go 4.5 if you want.
Yeah, sure, I'll go half.
Go on, 4.5 if you don't know which one to go for. Sawyer?
People normally eat this stuff up, man. I'm going to go like a 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Jamie?
I think I'm on the same sort of train as Sawyer, but we'll go a bit lower, 7.
Okay, going for a 7. I've also got Lebray's saying 5. Flame saying 6. Ellie saying 6. Dave, what say you?
I'll try an 8 because as Sawyer says, some people seem to really like these and they tend to score reasonably well.
True.
So let's try it.
No worries. Okay, all right. Dave, did you get the last one right and I missed you off? Or you just off?
Yes, I did. I did get it right.
Right. Well, if you don't get this one
do
right,
the spin. Yeah,
we'll do it like, we'll figure it out. We'll do it right. So all these bloody things because I've got no mods tonight. Like, the one night that all the mods decide to go off, disappear is just...
Where's Bucket Boy?
Yeah, Bucket Boy. He can't make it. He's working. So he's not there. And Sofa ain't here tonight. And somebody else, like iQual and that. iQual's in Spain. So hopefully John Union Soccer will appear in a bit. But there you go. Woo! No buckets. Yes, no buckets. We can celebrate. Last chance, folks. Get your scores in. This is Def End Request Code Z, which came out last Tuesday on PS4, 5, PC, and Switch. And I can tell you that this got a 6 out of 10. There you go. 6 out of 10. So it's perfectly okay. There you go. So no shout outs for the Gamer Guide, I don't think.
Flipped under radar, that one.
Yeah, went on radar. People be like
playing too much like Pokemon or something.
Yeah. Probably we won't even remember this game after next week. So.
I feel like I was super harsh.
Yeah. So there we go. Ellie, yes, you got one right. Congratulations. You get a shout out. Flame, well done. You got your second one right. Well done. Hopefully these shout-outs will work. Gozzo, you got your first one right, fella. There you go. Press that button. Danker, also, you got your first one right. Hitting the button now. And Kindred, technically, I know you said 2, but you said it probably got a 6. So Kindred, you get your second one right there. Well done. Hopefully that's done all the shout-outs and not missed anyone out. But there you go. That's our second game. Let's talk about some gaming news before we move on to any more games. So this is kind of one of these ones where it's all speculation more than anything, but it was interesting. There was a Reddit thread that went out because a couple of people were basically saying that, you know, we got the GTA trilogy remastered. So why don't we get a GTA 4 remaster? And Rockstar should be working on it and should be doing it. And it's highly likely that that's not going to happen before GTA 6 comes out because they've probably got a ton of work to do on GTA 6. But everyone was speculating because there was a lot of GTA 4 mods that were taken out of GTA 5 recently, because we've talked about that, certain mods getting removed. So, of course, people were speculating. But then an ex-Rockstar employee kind of weighed in on this conversation. Oban Verme basically said he reckons it should be done. As he said, it was a quality game, and in his eyes, it was the best GTA they ever had and had one of the best antagonists in all the games so far. So the question is, obviously the chances of that actually happening before GTA 6 comes out are probably 0. But do we think that Rockstar and Take-Two will do that sometime in the future? And when?
I'll say they're bound to at some point in the future.
100%,
I think
I
it's
suppose
definitely on the
Rockstar
cards.
themselves would do it. They'll probably farm it out to another studio to just port it to
100%.
modern
GTA
systems.
4 will be remade straight away, no doubt about it. Best GTA game of all time. They will make a fortune, and they'll be silly not to do it. They're bringing out Red Dead to PC, doing all this. GTA 4, chill. You did San Andreas, you did Vice City, and all that. Why not 4?
Yeah, they just need to make sure they don't
It'll
use
be
a
silly
studio
not
that
to,
did the
right?
trilogy.
In their eyes, it's easy, right? Easy cash grab for them.
Yeah,
such a claim to the game, and for people who
a
haven't
year of
played it,
investment.
there's a chance to get into it because everyone's so hyped about it.
I think
from previously.
I think Dave says, though, what they don't want to do is to make the mistake of what they did with the last 3, where it just basically came out as absolute shambles. So if they're going to farm it out, hopefully make sure they do a good job with it.
That's it. Find a good studio that can do it.
Yeah. I actually quite like GTA 4. I wasn't a fan of GTA 5. I've always said this, and people think I'm just weird. But I like GTA 4. So I seem to like certain ones. I love the first one, hated the second one. I haven't actually played the third one, and then I've played some of the different ones, and I like 4, but 5 didn't grab me for some reason. But there you go. So maybe 6 is the next one that I'll love. Maybe, who knows? But I'd definitely play a 4 remaster. I'd love to do that. See, I remember more of 4 than I do of 5. I think 4 stands out better story-wise as well in that respect. But we'll see. If anything ever gets announced, I'm sure we'll talk about it. But as I say, it's speculation at the moment. But it was just interesting that the former Rockstar employee kind of weighed in and goes, well, I think they should do it, blah, blah, blah. But there you go. Anyway, moving on. Potential Game of the Year material, people, coming up next. A game I've been waiting for a long time. I was a massive fan of the original games back in the 90s. And then, obviously, we got the 2016 reboot, which I absolutely adored. And in 2020, we got Doom Eternal, which was my Game of Year of 2020. Will this one end up being my Game of the Year as well? Well, you'll have to wait till the Christmas episode. God, I just mentioned Christmas. That's bad. You'll have to find out. But let's have a look, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game we've all been very excited for. I don't know anyone in chat who's not excited for this. This is Doom, The Dark Ages. Let's have a look at the trailer.
The makers are still not responding. Defenses about to be breached.
Targets identified. Weaponry deployed. Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
There you go, folks. That is Doom: The Dark Ages, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Was super excited for this. I'll talk about what I thought about it in a minute. Dave, you've been playing quite a lot. You're well ahead of it on it than I am.
Yeah. I think I'm about halfway through the campaign so far. Loving it so far. Story-wise, I'd say it's a bit meh. You know, hell's invading somewhere. I don't really know where or who the people are that are in the cutscenes. They're just kind of doing stuff. You know, I just wait for that to finish, then it's straight back into rip and tear, run for the battlefield, obliterate demons with some pretty cool weaponry. I'm having fun just zooming in with the super shotgun, rocket launcher at the moment, just blowing to absolute pieces. And I'm enjoying what they've doing this sort of parry mechanic with the shield. You just locking onto an enemy, shooting across the battlefield, just closing quickly, and just parrying all these attacks back. It kind of feels like you're playing a bit of demonic tennis sometimes. They're serving, you're hitting it back at them. It's absolutely obliterating them. It's very, very good. Getting you sort of bits to say are probably a little bit on the weak side, like the mech and the dragon sections. They're okay, but they're just simply not as good as just playing as the Slayer. Just running around the battlefield with all the weapons available. They're just the mech bit is quite basic, really. It's just like dodge and hit.
Yeah.
It looks quite cool. Kind of looks like you're stomping through a demonic miniature village, the way they've sort of done the scale on that one. But they're all right as little sort of pace breakers. Mix things up a little bit in the gameplay.
Yeah.
But apart from a couple of weak bits, the main game itself is good. Now, I don't know how people feel who really liked Doom Eternal, because it plays a bit quite different to that one. Whereas that one really wanted you to play a particular way. You wanted to switch weapons because each one was good against a particular enemy, and you had to do certain finishes to get health and ammo and stuff like that, and armor. This one seems to let you go back to do it in your way. So say I'm just like zooming into the battlefield with a super shotgun, because get nice and close. That'll just take them apart in next to no time. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm seeing myself finishing this one, whereas Eternal, I dropped off that quite quickly. Didn't enjoy
That's
that
interesting. I think all of them have been really good. I love the Doom reboot. Absolutely adored that.
Yeah,
I like what they did. We changed a few things up to make it more modern. I love Doom Eternal because I know some people, you said you didn't like the fact that you have to use different weapons, but it was the fact that certain weapons will kill certain monsters better than other weapons. And I like that because you were constantly switching, because the 2016 Doom, it felt like it always reinverted to one gun, which was annoying, and you constantly have sleds. So I didn't know whether I was going to like this mechanic with the whole thing. And at first I did miss the chainsaw, but then when you get the shield, it's kind of really cool with that, and the fact you can do so with the shield. But actually, the way they've done it, it's better because you're not, as you say, you're not forced to use different guns. You can use whatever guns you want, but what you do with them and the power-ups will determine whether you get armor, health, how you parry and stuff, which then makes the way you play it different. So I kind of like that they've done it in a different way. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I kind of enjoyed the mech bits. I say the dragon bits for me are the weakest. It just feels a bit shit that you fly to a point, dodge, shoot, dodge one direction, shoot. At least with the mechs, I know it is still dodging and punching, but as you say, you're going around smashing other stuff up. So
they're fairly short, those sections.
Yeah, so it's not so bad.
The main battlefield.
And I think because they're not full levels of that, you jump off the dragon and go. I'm not going to try and spoil it for anyone and see you jump off the dragon, then go into sort of your normal Doom bits. I enjoyed that. enough of my waffling. I've probably enjoyed it. Obs, good evening. How you doing? Everyone's noticed the cat that was on screen, so everyone can say hello to the cat. Kindred says, love it. Feels like you're heavy in armor this time. Yeah, like the superhero landings. You land and just obliterate people. It's very well done. Emily, I'm going to let you take this unless anyone else has got anything to say, because you've not said anything yet. Have you got a chance to play this yet?
I haven't had a chance to play it yet. No, I really want to play it though. Call me biased, but they had me at the dragons, to be honest. So it's a little bit upsetting that you're saying that the dragons aren't great, because like as soon as I saw them, I was like, because I love dragons. But I hope that in this one, like obviously you guys can verify because you've been playing it, that the motion is a little bit better than it was in Eternals, because I couldn't play Doom Eternals for long periods at a time because it genuinely made me feel ill because of the way they did the motion of everything.
I don't know whether this would be the same, because there's certain things that you go so fast that it might
be.
I never found the motion in any of the games, but I did see a particular YouTuber who said he had motion sickness with the previous games, said it was a lot better for him in this one. So
Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, because
feel it though when you especially with the shield and the clunkiness of when you're booting them about and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm not someone who gets motion sick, but when I played Doom Eternals, I really struggled to play it for too long because it just made me feel unwell. So I really hope that this one is not going to have the same issue. But I really, really want to play it, but I haven't had the chance yet.
Give it a try. You might find you're all right then. But there are certain things that you do. As I said, you go with a shield charge. That would probably make you feel, because the way the screen just goes whoosh.
Punching,
like
tribulating people, smashing them and that.
Yeah. So that might make you feel a bit nausea. But here we go. All right, let's see what chat are saying with the scores, and then we'll get around up the scores. Here we go. I've got to go all the way to the top. Ellie is saying an 8 for this one. Ben is saying an 8, but it's not his kind of game because he's not into FPSs, but that's cool. Celtic says a 9. Danka says an 8.5. Gozzo says an 8.5. Ob says a 9. Flame says an 8. Kindred says a 9. So it's all very sort of high scores here. Starting with Sawyer, what do you reckon for this one?
Well, I played it a good week or two before launch. Loved it, apart from obviously the mechy bits and that. But I give it a 9, so I'm sticking to that.
Sweet. Okay. Jamie?
9.5.
9.5. Okay. Dave?
I'm going to go for a 9.
Go for a 9. Emily?
I think 9 as well. Yeah.
Go for a 9. Okay. Last chance, people. This is Doom: The Dark Ages, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, and it is on Game Pass. If you've got Game Pass, so save a couple of quid there and play it on that. If there are no more guesses in chat, I can tell you that this did get some really good high scores from a lot of places. But then there were some that did surprise me. That some Boba, thank you for the sub. There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. How you doing? That's 12 months. Thank you so much for that sub. Get a shout out for you in a second. But apparently some other people like GameSpot and that were kind of like, yeah, it's all right, which surprised me. I think they seem to give more shit to the dragon bits and the fighting bits than that. But I as you said, they're quite short and sharp in that respect. So I don't think they really make a massive difference. But because of that, it actually landed at a decent score, but not as high as I would have given it, because I would agree with Sawyer and Jamie. I would have given it a 9, but it got an 8.5 out on average. So I would have given it a lot more than that, I'll be honest, so far. And I haven't even completed the damn thing. Whether that
there's been a lot of hate, though, recently about it.
Yeah, and I don't get why.
Yeah. Just a lot of people hating on the story more than not, I think.
Yeah. I think because it's the first... Doom 2016 didn't have much of a story and only had a couple of characters, like literally talking 3 characters. And Doom Eternal brought a few more characters in it, and it was kind of still a very loose story, whereas this, as Dave says, has got a ton of characters that you know really nothing about, but it's hinting at stuff that was mentioned in the other games. But if you weren't really following the plot, you ain't going to really know, are you?
I don't know what it is. Minimalist approach from the first one, the 2016 reboot. Yeah. That just works, you know.
I think I know what it is.
Go on,
a friend of mine said it's because they stopped calling him Doom Guy and changed it to Doom Slayer. That's why.
Yeah, but I guess because of the times it's set and the way they describe him, Maybe that's it. If that's really what that is, Jesus Christ, people.
Nah, there's law on
People,
that.
people can be petty, man. People can be petty.
Damn. There you go. It was an 8.5. Anyone else say an 8.5?
TikTok rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Gozzo's said an 8.5. 1 second, so let's do some shout outs. But he did say, and I'll bring the chat up, Gozzo did say, well, this one should have been a 9 as well as a 9.5. Just enjoy the gameplay and kick-ass metal music. Exactly. But, 8.5 on average. As I say, you might agree with these scores. You might not. We're not reviewing them. So, here you go.
Really low.
Yeah. It's not like it's a bad score, is it?
It's done it's done pretty terrible on sales, though.
Has it?
Yeah.
Do you think that might be on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Or...
Does it count
to
the sales, the Game Pass of downloads?
No, it's just full retail sales.
Oh,
okay.
So it might have done all right on Game Pass, but retail sales might have not been good. That's bizarre. You think maybe it was just the timing of Doom Eternal because that was a massive success because we were smack bang in lockdown, and the only other game that came out that day was Animal Crossing. So it's either rip and tear or build a new house. So
the crossover is insane.
Yeah, I love that. We're playing that video again. I gave myself a bad neck because I headbang into it. So there you go. But there you go. Probably because it's May too. I don't know whether that makes it. We've had some good games this month. I don't know whether But anyway,
I think that might be why. Like a bunch of good games came out at the same time. Maybe.
Yeah, could be. Well, we'll see. Anyway, there you go. So that gets an 8.5 from that. Moving on. Our next game is a DLC for a game again, which is potentially Game of the Year material. Back in February, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came slaying its way across platforms. And the first DLC has landed for this. This came out last Thursday. This is called Brushes of Death. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Peggy 18.
Dejte mi malíři barvy všechny, já budu do mraku malovat dům.
Tell me, Henry, do you believe in signs?
I would say so. I believe in them.
So do I. We were meant to meet. And I think that the fact you found me and saved me was no coincidence.
Oh, no. You've got another job for me, haven't you? You've been lying to me all this time, and you dragged me into it.
There you go. The first DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which you can buy separately, or if you got the sort of the bonus edition of the game, it basically comes free. It's been basically unlocked. And I believe you can literally start playing this when you complete the first act. So you can start this pretty early on in the game. So I might give this a try because I haven't got far. I'm only halfway through the game. I can't be bothered to put the 130 hours in for this one, but I do love it. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this DLC.
Yeah, so this one, as you say, I think it kicks off in Act 2 normally. But if you've already completed the game, if you had the time, 230 hours, then it's there straight away for you to go and jump into. But this one, I think Henry comes across this painter who's tied to a tree, somewhere in the game world, and untying him just kicks off a whole new quest chain. I think spans about 10 hours, so I've read, and takes you across both maps of the main game. So I think ultimately you're trying to help him do stuff to complete sort of the most important painting of his life that he's trying to do. It certainly looks quite cool from what I can see in the trailer. It looks like it's keeping the sort of humour that we've come to appreciate from the main game, and it looks really nice as well. I still think it's pretty stunning graphics-wise, that game, and it's one that I do want to get around to at some point. But it's finding that 130 hours from somewhere to play it when I've got all these other games requiring similar amounts of time that I'm doing to get through. So I think I might hold off on this one until all the DLC is out. Then I can just play through it and just pick it up during the main game. That's my plan at the moment.
Apparently, this DLC is 30 hours. So then that's added to 160. Yeah. So
if it's that long.
So if they add a few more, you could be playing a 200+ hour game, possibly. If they
out
a couple more.
Wait
Where are you getting these hours
That'll be
from?
next year's game.
From some of the reviews.
Because I've 100%ed it, and it was like 70 hours, 78 hours.
Okay, they're saying if you literally do every single little thing, every tiny thing,
like every little chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah,
I played it like 2 weeks before it came out. I loved it. Great game.
It's great, isn't it? Do you want to talk about? Sorry, because I was going to say, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, the game. This game though, man, it makes me crack up because Luke Dale, the guy who voices Lord Hans, I used to go out drinking with him when I was like 18. And every time I hear his voice, it just brings back like these mad memories. So I'm like, oh shit, no, as if he's made it. You know, he would try to be an actor and that when he were back in there, and then he's voice acting. Great guy, but I'm not playing the DLC personally. I'm waiting until all of it comes out to dive in.
Yes,
but if you haven't played the full game, you're missing out. It is strong contender for game here.
Yeah,
a bit hard to get going with the battling, and it's a bit harsh on you. But get into it. Loved it. I will play this soon when they're all together, and I'll probably enjoy it. But no comment on it for now. Really, I haven't tried it yet.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right, folks. What do you reckon this DLC got? Let's have a look at the scores. Manic is saying this has got a 7. Odie, thank you very much for the raids. Greatly appreciate it. How you doing? Let's do a shout out for Odie. Got to do all the special things here now. Here we go. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Raiders. For those who just joined us, this is Tuesday Night Gaming Chat with myself, Mag, co-host Dave, and we've got Emily, Sawyer, and Jamie from the Gamer Guide who are our guests tonight, and we are talking about the new Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 DLC. If you want to guess the score in chat, you may get a shout out. You may not have seen the trailer, but you might lucky enough to get a shout out. Dank is saying a 7.5, and Flame saying a 6.5 for this one. Gozzo saying a 7.5. Ellie saying, what's Ellie saying? I'll just scroll up. Oh, I can't see it because Ellie saying an 8 for this one. There we go. And there's a special shout out up there. Just click the little heart, give Odie a bit of love, and go say hi to her from our channel. Hope your stream was good. World of Warcraft. Hope you're doing all good. Let's start with Jamie on this one. What do you reckon this has got?
I reckon it'll be an 8.
Okay.
Average 8. Yeah.
Go for an average 8. Dave?
I'm going to go for an 8 as well.
Go for an 8 as well. Emily?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. Sawyer?
Go voting.
Let's keep us in that boundary, like of getting a shout out here. I've got 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
Spread the vote.
Yeah. Clever, see? Kindred saying 8 for this one. If we all get one of these scores right tonight, Mags, we'll be still doing shout outs to the end of the stream. It probably will happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Anyway, hopefully someone will turn up. Anyway, if there's no more shout outs, any more shout outs, if there's no more guesses, we haven't even done the shout outs yet. This is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Brushes of Death DLC, which came out last Thursday. It's out on PS5, PC, and all other platforms it's really out on. I can tell you this is a bit of an interesting one, again, because this hasn't been as well received. And they basically said compared to a lot of the side stories, this DLC is a bit sort of drawn out compared to some of the other stuff. And they said, if you've already completed the game, it feels like you're at a disadvantage because it doesn't feel as good as stuff that's come before it. But if you play it as it's intended to, like you just got into the game and play it now, you might actually think it's really good. And there's certain things that if you've completed the game, this DLC seems to overwrite, which doesn't make sense. So it's almost like you shouldn't really play this after. So you're kind of like, well, why have they brought this out 2 months after, blah, blah, blah. Odie, thank you so much for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. That's now 3 months. Exclamation sub hype in the chat. Show your appreciation. So it did get scores as low as 6. But it did get scores as high as 8, which ironically means it averages out at a 7 out of 10, None of the gamer guy got it, even though they covered the basis for the amounts.
You know what that sounds like from the description? It sounds like they had plans for it originally, but just didn't have the time to finish it.
Possibly, yeah.
And now I've just released it. If it's already part of the bundle or the edition you said earlier, where it just unlocked it, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's just one of those circumstances where it's like they just couldn't finish it in time, so they had to like cut something out and then chuck this back in.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the other DLCs might carry on after the main story's finished, because I'm going to put it out there. There's a certain building that basically gets destroyed without saying what it is. But in this DLC, you end up going back there. So if you complete the game, you're like, this makes no sense because it shouldn't exist. And suddenly it's just reappeared for this DLC. But the timeline is still after the end of the game. So it's like, what? So there's things like that. It's, as you say, it might have been something they wanted to get out.
Does it let you access the stables?
I believe so, yes.
So you can get an achievement then?
I believe so, yeah. And also, the other thing we didn't mention is the new mechanic of shield painting. You can decorate shields and stuff. And actually, by unlocking achievements not only in this DLC and the main game, you can get achievements from the main game, which also unlocks stuff for the shields as well. So that's quite cool as well. If you fancy a bit of painting and decorating on your shields. Let's see. Did anyone actually say 7 in the chat? This might be one that's caught everyone out, you know. So a lot of people who were close. Manic is the only person who got it right. Sawyer's just put 7. You can't say after we said.
It's like delayed.
Yeah, it's a stream delay.
Delayed, man. Delayed.
I'm going to give Manic the shout out.
Netto broadband. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? Just for effort. Do you know what? There you go. The gamer guy can have a shout out anyway. There you go. Just because of the effort for doing that after. There you go. Go subscribe to the gamer guy. Go check out. Go follow him on X and Twitter. Their new issue will be out next month. There you go. Gotta love a try, don't you? Brilliant. So something else we're going to be still need to do Dave shout out. Let's do Dave shout out, and then we're going to talk Timeless. So Dave, how do you want your first shout out of the night from the game we did 3 games ago?
Oh, just do a bit of spinning, mate. That will do.
Right, here we go. All right, and you watch me clunk my knees on this one. Here we go. This is for Dave. Exclamation Dave in the chat as well. Give him a shout out. Dave! There you go.
Very nice.
What's the record on the spins?
We've done 10. Was because we did a bumper show and he got everyone right, and he said chuck a few more in, so I did 10, and I was nearly sick as a dog after the spin.
You on a
grade at the end of it.
What's that? Sorry.
Can we spin you on a chair at Timeless and just see if I can get you to like 50?
We could try and do that. We could do it. We could. Whoever guesses the most without me throwing up can win a prize or something. We could do that. Odie says, I worry about this chair. It's all right. This is not the good gaming chair that I do this in, because the good gaming chairs, you cannot spin like that. Trust me. We tried it with the chair that we gave away last year. So there you go. I worry about my knees. My knees are fine. It's when I do the jumping out. Blakey, good evening. How you doing? So, talking of giving away chairs and other things, let's talk Timeless, folks. If you don't know what Timeless is, we are literally just over 3 months away from it. Have a look at this trailer. Get your tickets now, then we're going to talk a little bit about Timeless. Here goes. Hi, I'm Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, and I'm very excited to announce that Timeless 2025 is coming to Liverpool here at the Cairns Brewery. There you go. As the video dies, as it always does. There you go. Timeless, folks, on the 13th of August over at our new venue, Kane's Brewery over in Liverpool. It's going to be so good. It's going to be amazing. So much to announce. Get your tickets now. We've only got about 40 VIP tickets left. Content creator passes have started going out. There are some more to be announced later this week. The team at the Gamer Guide are doing a fantastic job of sorting all that out. If you haven't applied, you've got until the middle of June the 13th, I think we said, to get yours in to be considered. So you may still have a chance. And if you have applied, don't apply again, because it will literally fuck your chances of getting applied. So if you applied once, be patient, you lovely people. Be patient. So there you go. But thank you to the Gamer Guide for doing all this. But also, we're not going to say exactly what it is, but we are going to say, for the first time ever, we are going to have a new area to the show that is going to be run by the Gamer Guide. And that's all I'm going to say. And in the coming weeks, we're going to announce what's going to be in that area. And this is something brand new to the show. So it's the second time. Is it a nap area? No, that's outside by the bins.
That's a great idea. Can we do that instead?
Sorry, Jamie's plan's just gone right out the window.
No, I like the nap idea.
Yeah. Just loads of beds and bean bags. Let's do it.
There you go. Epic Sunny Guy. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you again. Welcome back. We're just talking about Timeless Gaming Convention, which is on the 13th of August. If you want to get your tickets, I'm going to do this. Here we go. There's the link. Go check it out. And don't forget, if you buy VIP tickets or you are one of the lucky content creators, just like Ellie or Odie in chat right now, you can also come to our first ever VIP night. Not only is the bar going to be open and there's going to be food being served as well, but we have got the wonderful Mr. Jason Bradbury, who's going to be doing a Q&A and test screening of his new film, Control AI Delete. Plus, all our other guests are going to be there. So Ash Millman, we've got the guys from What Culture, we have got Slopes, we have got the people from the Tomb Raider panel, which I know is not on that video, but all the people. So all the guests are there. So if you want to get your selfies, your photos, your autographs, you come to the VIP night, you can get it done and not have to wait in the queues on the main day. And also, if you pick up your tickets on the VIP night, you can walk straight in at 10 o'clock. You ain't got a queue. So that's a massive advantage. Don't forget your VIP tickets. You get a goodie bag with a load of goodies that we're going to be announcing. We've just had some more goodies announced today, which is great. Going in that. Plus, you get a choice of a T-shirt or a hoodie if you upgrade. And it gets you in for the VIP night and gets you in earlier, plus some other cool things as well. But there's only 40 of those tickets left, so get them before they've gone. More than a quarter of the tickets have actually gone for the whole event, which is pretty good. So we're already well on track to basically potentially selling out at 1,000, I'd like to think. We're going to go. I'd quite like to get 800 people there because that'd be the most we've ever had. So there you go. That's enough of that. Good to see you, Epic Sunny Guy. Glad to have you here. Let's move on to our next game. This is a game, I'll be honest, I don't know much about this one, but this got put on my radar because it was on a list of IGN sort of games to look out for this year. So this came out also last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch and PC. And this is called Into the Restless Ruins. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. There you go. That is Into the Restless Ruins, which came out last Thursday. Dave, tell us a little bit more about that one, please.
Yes, this one's another roguelike deck builder, but with this one, your cards contain like rooms and corridors on them, and you're using those to sort of place down on the map. So you're sort of building the dungeons that you're ultimately going to be going through. And what you're trying to do with these is get to the end where there's a warden waiting you've got to defeat. So once you've placed all your cards and sort of built your dungeon, you get to go in and sort of explore through. So it turns into a bit of an auto battler like Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah.
So it's just automatically doing all the using your weapons for you, using your spells and stuff like that. And then as you're going through, depending on what cards you placed, you're going to get different boons or other stuff. For each room, you might boost your health or something like that, or do something bad for you. So you've got to be careful what you're placing down. You've got to hope that you get the right cards at the right time so you can progress through. And the other thing you've got to sort of bear in mind as you're going through your dungeon layouts is the torch that you've got will start to run out. So whilst you can see everything to begin with, it's going to start getting smaller and smaller and smaller, so you can barely see around you.
Okay.
You got to try and still fight the enemies and still navigate your way through. So it looks quite cool. One I'd never heard of until I watched the reviews, and I thought actually that looks quite an interesting one. Yeah,
it's funny actually. The last 2 weeks we've had games that are like roguelike and card deck builders built in. Because last we had that one where you build the town with it and do stuff, and it's kind of like. We get bored of talking about these games, but the last 2 weeks, these games have come through, and you're like, these are actually nice, novel twists on this.
Yeah, there's still some interesting ideas out there, even though we've seen lots of these types of games.
Yeah, but there's it looks really good. Kindred says there's a couple of card games from Steve Jackson Games, etc., similar like Boss Fight, where you build the board as you go along and fight using stuff. Oh, I think it's a really cool idea. Really cool idea. Who wants to take this one, Jamie or Emily? Who wants to go for this one? Thoughts on it?
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of the card building and sort of dungeon building element of it. It's a little bit like Blueprints I played recently. Obviously, there's more battle elements to this, and the light getting smaller and smaller as you progress to make it more difficult is a interesting element to have within a game. Not one I've actually seen. This is the first time I've seen of this game, so. That was the first time I saw the trailer for it. Looks very interesting. Definitely worth checking out, I think.
Okay. All right. Folks, get your scores in. And for those who just joined us and coming on the raid, have a guess what the average review score, not the exact review score, average review score got. If you get it right, you'll get a shout in the chat. And anyone who gets it right with these shout outs, just like the Gamer Guide, do give them a follow, do subscribe, do go check out their channels. I greatly appreciate it. They spend their time to come and watch this show every time. Odie, you're going to screw me up. A 6.9. I've got to write 69. I'm going to round you up to a 7. Can't possibly do that. Ellie says a 7. Flame says a 7. Gozzo says an 8. Danka says an 8. Manic says a 7 as well. Brenny says a 10 for Sawyer. Hello, Brenny. How you doing, buddy? 10 for Sawyer there. There you go. Where were we? Dave, we're back at you, I think. So you start off with the scores.
Oh, let's try an 8 for this one.
8 for that one. Emily?
I think it's going to be one of those unlikely ones. I'm going to say 9.
Okay. All right. Sawyer?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. Jamie?
I'm going to go 8. I was going to say 7.5 as well.
Yeah.
Spread my vote.
8. All right. Okay. All right. No worries. Kindred is saying an 8 as well. Bobby, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the show. All right, folks. Last chance. Kindred saying an 8 as well. Last chance. This is Into the Restless Ruins, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC. And I can tell you that this is our highest scoring game of the night. And Emily got this right because this was a 9 out of 10. Yeah. So, Gamer Guide, get a shout out again. Go subscribe to the magazine. It's absolutely free. It's absolutely awesome. New issue comes out next month. And not only that, you can go and read all the back issues. So go check it out.
That's insane that it got 9.
A 9 out of 10. Now, if Doom hadn't got some sort of lesser reviews, that probably would have got a 9 as well. But yeah, there you go.
See, it looked pretty gash to me.
Hey,
I mean, it's also subjective, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing, right? Because there's been games on this show that me and Dave said we won't touch with a 50-foot barge pole, and it gets like a fucking 9.5 out of 10. And we're just like, Jesus, it doesn't mean we would play it. But then there's other games that we love, and they get really shit scores. I don't know how it goes. But as we say, you may agree, you may not. But if someone likes it out there, go and play it, go check it out. But I'll be honest, I quite like the look of that one. I don't think I would give that a 9, though, saying that. But congratulations, Emily, for getting that one right. Go for the Gamer Guide. I don't think anyone in chat got it right. I don't think so. No, they didn't. They didn't. There you go. There you go. But congratulations to Gamer Guide for getting this one right. On to a little bit of gaming news as well. So obviously we've been talking about Rockstar. In fact, we're pretty much talking about Rockstar for all the gaming news. But this is something that's a little bit different. And funny enough, Sawyer mentioned this earlier when we were talking about the possible thing of a GTA 4 remake. He said, yeah, certain games have already been reported onto PC and different consoles. Because obviously, there are now rumours that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be coming to the Switch 2 because there's certain gaming outlets that have kind of stupidly leaked it. So basically saying this is going to be a thing. Now, we don't know when this is going to happen, but it also goes inside that there's going to be also an upgraded version for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. So this is clearly going to be a thing. Pardon me. But just to give you an idea, Red Dead Redemption came to Nintendo Switch in 2023. I remember us talking about that on this very show, didn't we, Dave? And I think GTA, the GTA trilogy, the one that came out and was trash and then they fixed it, came to the Switch in 2021. So it's highly likely that we're going to get a revamped Red Dead Redemption 2. So question is, probably good for Switch players, which is great. Do we need a revamped version for consoles, though?
I think the main benefit for consoles would be a nice 60 FPS mode on it. That would just make it nice to go and revisit there.
Just tell that to Naughty Dog, mate, and how many parts of Last of Us they've brought out.
Yeah.
Do we need it? Do we? Probably. The way games are coming now, there's such a gap between when they first came out. Newer gamers want to relive that. So this is the year of the remaster. I keep saying it. There's so many games that are going to come out with Oblivion just being done.
Yeah.
It's just showing mad potential for them older games to get the love. And this is going to come on Switch later this year.
I am waiting for the 1000th port of Skyrim, to be honest. It's going to happen.
I think that's
played it on the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also. I think because the industry is suffering so much and publishers are not willing to take a risk on like newer IPs and stuff, they know these rehashing these and remastering these popular games, they're going to get some sales from it, and it's like a safer bet for them to go down as opposed to investing into new IPs.
There you go. Kindred said the Switch 2 version has been slated for March the 31st next year, so it's highly likely it's going to happen. So there you go. And that will probably coincide with the upgraded versions as well. I would have thought, because they tend to do that thing in one go.
Just before Christmas, if they make it.
Yeah. We'll see. I think it'd be a good thing for that. I mean, there's loads. Obviously, we're getting the versions of Cyberpunk on Switch 2 and a load of other stuff,
which looks amazing.
It does. It does. I was really surprised.
And it performs really well.
Yeah, which is better than what happens when it was on release on Xbox One and PS4. So I think the fact that it gets a release on that and it's probably going to play really well on day one is actually a good thing for Cyberpunk. So that's good. But yeah, obviously other games like Split Fiction and then obviously Nintendo are remastering a lot of their ones. We talked about the Zelda game, the Kirby game, amongst other things. But yeah, so we'll see as soon as we know. And we're getting a remaster of the new version of Echo the Dolphin. That's what we're really waiting for.
Great.
Yeah.
Only if we can huge news to make it work. That's it.
Yeah.
I think my sisters would be like absolutely over the moon about that, to be honest.
I think I've still got my copy.
Yeah. Do you know what? Just the words of Echo the Dolphin has offended Dave so much he's logged out of the chat. He's disappeared.
Well,
no, he's going to go like pre-order it right now.
Yeah, he's got
any information.
I tell you what, he's quick on. He's quick. Oh, there you go. Look, did you just go and pre-order Echo the Dolphin, Dave? Oh, he's frozen again. This is he's going well. Look at that. Yeah, look at his face. It says it all. He pre-ordered Echo the Dolphin. He's like,
I don't know what happened then.
No, I don't know. He just disappeared. But he's back.
Yeah,
he's back. It's all good. There you go. And obviously, Gozzo's saying, "Oh, there's the Crazy Taxi and the Shinobi and all that." But technically, they're reimaginings. They're not remasters. But I am looking forward to some of them because there's like Golden Axe and they look all done differently. So I'm looking forward to those. But they're not like what we're kind of talking about. There you go. It's been a running joke since Xmas. It has, but it's going to happen. Bloody Echo the Dolphin. God, here we go. Anyway, moving on to our next game. This was a game that Misty was playing last night. She raided over on the channel. She was enjoying this. This came out last Thursday as well. This is on PC, PS4, 5, Switch, Xbox Series X and S. This is, let me get this right, title right for this one. This is Yasha, Legends of the Demon Blade. Let's have a look at this one.
まだ諦める時ではありません。お祭りだー。
邪魔してすまん。どれも優秀な武具たちだ。
すごく特別な記憶です。
来い、いざ勝負。
これはまずい気が。諦めたいけど。
無駄話はいません。
そうはさせん。
剣を抜け。
勝負を決めましょう。はあ、とどめ。百剣東洋電気炭。
引き続き殺し合いの世界に身を投じようぜ。
There you go, folks. That is Yasha and Legends of the Demon Blade. A couple of people have been playing this on stream. Apparently, Chaotic was playing it. Obviously, we said Misty was playing it. So, Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, this one's an action RPG with some roguelike mechanics to it. Set like a fantasy version of Edo period Japan. Got 3 different characters you can pick from. So that gives you a bit of like replayability because each one's got different fighting styles. And it looks like you can upgrade different weapons to have different abilities. So got an excuse to go back and do another run through the game. Story-wise in this one, I think humans and sort of demons are meant to be sort of been living in like a peaceful sort of equilibrium. But then suddenly it's gone on to like shatter that, and like your character on a quest to try and restore the peace that existed between the human and the demon realms. I think it looks all right graphic wise. Yeah, and nothing that remarkable, just a reasonable looking game.
Okay, yeah. Emily, I think your turn, isn't it? Now we've landed you with this one. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with it. But, your thoughts on this one, even if you haven't played it, is it the sort of thing you play or not, or do you like the look of it? You can be honest. You think it's shit, you can say it's.
It's not that I think it looks bad, because it looks kind of similar to Hades in terms of gameplay. So that I would probably be absolutely fine with because I love Hades, but it's the voices, the voice choices. I cannot abide. It's like certain tones of voices that I just can't stand. But no, it does look pretty decent in terms of like gameplay, and like it looks like like I said, like Hades, where you learn the mechanics over time.
Yes.
And you have to play it over and over and over again to like get used to everything. And so it does look decent. It's just not really something I would reach out for, though.
All right. Okay. It's the high-pitched ooh-woos that do it. Yes.
Can we get an example, Mag?
Hey?
Can we get an example?
That probably wasn't high enough.
It's not as grating as the one in the trailer.
We need Dave to do it next.
Yeah, can you? You might regret asking for that. It would be really high pitched. Oh, Mag, I used to respect you. Don't lie. Don't lie. So, there you go. Let's see what people are saying in chat for scores. Dank is saying a 6.5 for this one. Gozzo saying a 6.5. I would mind playing it. It looks really nice. Manic says 8 oohoos out of 10 for this one. You know too much. I know. Of course, I know too much. I know all, allegedly. Kindred says a 6.5. Flame says a 6. Emily, I'm starting with you on this one. So what do you reckon this got?
I'm going to go 5.5.
Okay, 5.5. So kind of average. Sawyer?
Some of the VTubers and stuff are playing it. It must be getting some sort of hype around it. So I'll probably go with like a 7.5.
7.5. Okay, Jamie.
I was gonna say that. I'm gonna go 7.
Okay, go for a 7. All right. Flame is saying a 6. Ellie is saying a 5. Manic's saying something about some gaming news came out today about a Overwatch 2 and Street Fighter 6 crossover. Wasn't that came out last week?
Yeah, the skins.
Yeah, skins or something. Yeah. There you go. Is it skins for Overwatch 2 or skins for Street Fighter?
Skins for Overwatch 2. There's like 8 Street Fighter skins into Overwatch.
Okay, there you go. I don't buy it. So. If you do, enjoy. There you go. There you go. Thank you for telling us that, though. There's probably people who play it. There you go. So it's like, yeah, I don't care. Skins for Street Fighter on Overwatch 2. Yeah, I publicly slagged off Overwatch 2 on this channel. I don't care. I don't care. There you go. Dave, what do you reckon this got?
I'll try a 7.
Going for a 7. Okay. Last chance, folks. It's the weird Faster Penguin. So we're playing Faster Penguin, which is like a Fall Guys game. We're playing that next week. And they've done God, what was it? God, what game? We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. The fighting game. Fatal Fury crossover with Fast Penguin. And you're like, what?
So you can just cross over anything these days, can't you?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it makes sense or not.
It makes
just put it in there, it'll be fine.
Is Fatal Fury the one with Cristiano Ronaldo in it? Or was that a different?
Oh, yeah, that was the one with Cristiano Ronaldo. That was all right, yeah.
That's
and
so
that,
weird
and that,
as well.
and that DJ guy.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And he's not even DLC, he's one of the main characters, apparently. So it's bizarre. So, yeah, you could be Cristiano Ronaldo sliding on your stomach down an ice thing next week when we play Fast Penguin. Or some shit like that. Who knows? Anyway, right. Last chance, folks. This is Yasha Legends of the Demon Blade. I mean, I forgot what it was called. On PC, PS4, 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. And last Thursday, if you haven't got your scores in, I can tell you. Again, got very mixed reviews from okay to not very good on this one. And this, luckily, averages out a score of a 6 out of 10. So it's okay. But IGN gave it a 5. Basically said, once you played the first level, you've played it all. They were not impressed. Says it needs a lot more work. And it's not even in early access. But it does average out on a 6. It did not get any higher than about a 6.5 or a 7. So there you go. Dave is back. Bucket Man is here. Hello, Dave. My God, I've got a mod. Thank God you can do the shout-outs for me because I've been doing them by myself. Thank you, Dave. So there you go. 6 out of 10. I don't think anyone on screen got that, unfortunately. But we'll
I think you need a shout out for Dave.
Yeah, shout out for Dave. There you go. Oh, look, Sawyer put a 6. We should give the Gamer Guide a shout out. How did that happen?
that lag again.
Is that all lag? Yeah.
Look at that. Hey, he's even shouting. Look, you were last playing Grand Theft Auto 5. There you go. Gamer Guide a shout out. Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Hang on, I'm trying to do it now. Yeah, there you go. Even for your own channel, there you go. So you got a double bubble on that one. There you go. Thank you very much, Dave. I heard a 6.5 with my feline hearing. Yeah, well, it got as high as 6.5s and 7s, but it got lows of 5, and some gave it scores of even worse than that. So there you go. It didn't work because I already did it. Oh, fair enough. Good to have you here, Dave. But anyone in chat, well done, Flame. You got it right. Was there anybody else that got it right in chat? Or was it just Flame? Yeah, I think it was just Flame. And and Ellie as well. And Ellie. So congratulations, you got it right. And obviously Sawyer, who cheated, but we don't say that. We just say it was a technical delay. We're fine. Yeah, you should say Flame is on fire today. Flame is doing good this week. He's doing really well. Some of our resident like high scorers are not doing as well this week. It's interesting how it's changed. So it's good to see some other people doing well this week. Our final bit of news, but definitely not the end of the show, folks. Again, surprise, surprise, Rockstar Take-Two related. I found this one to be quite interesting because they've had some analysts talking about this. And this was the fact that because GTA 6, even though it didn't have an official launch date, they just said autumn 2025. And now, as we know, it's delayed to May the 26th, 2026. It is technically gonna, we say cost, but this is a loose term, cost the gaming industry $2.7 billion because it's not coming out this year. Now, what it does mean is that technically it will probably get that, the gaming industry will get that next year. So it's not like they've actually lost it, but it means it's down. However, the gaming industry is at a high point because they are about to possibly do, with the help of the Switch 2, over $200 billion in gaming sales alone. So the Switch 2 has actually helped bolster that into a place far better than it's ever been in the last couple of years. But I guess if GTA 6 had landed, it would have probably made it the best year ever in that respect. However, despite the fact that the game has been delayed till May next year, Take-Two have insisted that they are on track to bring out a game that is going to be on good form on day one of release. So they're basically saying that they were always on track. And yes, it was a guideline, but he did state, the CEO of Take-Two, on an interview, basically did say that they were on track for 6 months later than the initial launch, which meant that autumn 2025 for them was possibly November, which seems quite late in the day, especially for sales for games for Christmas and the gaming market. So they're saying that they would have been originally round about November time, but we're now getting it in May, and it's going to be in perfect working order.
Those are some big words.
It's some big words.
Working order.
Yeah, like as in like, is it actually going to play well? We're not going to get like a Cyberpunk, but I seem to remember other Rockstar games not running completely so well on day of launch. Like
I remember GTA 5 had like a massive sort of delay on the online portion of it, because that was that had some issues.
Yeah, and Red Dead 2 had its fair share of issues.
I've heard a mixed bag here. I've heard that the game's finished, the story mode is finished, and the main big delay is because of the online again.
Okay. So in which case you could have a really flawless campaign game, but they're just ironing out the bugs for that.
The online's where they're going to make their most money.
But do you think they're going to launch?
Integrated and everything.
Do you think they're going to launch the online straight away, or are they going to do what they did with GTA 5 and give it a couple
might
of
be
months?
just launching on console. So
I don't know. It's like some people don't play. Yeah, some people don't play story mode at all, right? Like you see COD, for example. Some people just don't touch the story, jump straight into online.
Yeah,
like multiplayer. I think that's the same with GTA as well. And I mean, I feel like it will be in the best interest to launch it all together.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like articles out there are estimating that it'll sell like 40 million copies in its first year.
Yeah.
So the game alone will generate like around like $3 billion. So it's crazy
it
numbers.
cost $2.6 billion to make it though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they've made so much money from GTA 5 online. They've got the money to do it.
Yeah,
they'll make more. They'll make like $3 billion.
They'll make loads from this for sure.
The online, they'll make maybe another $3 billion on top of that.
Yeah. Kindred said it's normally a year before PC get GTA 6 anyway after console. Normally,
can't do that this time though. I feel like people would just be so peed off with it. They need to just drop. I know servers and stuff, you can't have that many going on it because it'll crash it off. You got to beta test your servers. So throwing console players in there is the ideal way.
Yeah.
But at least do like 3 months, maybe, not a year.
Yeah.
The RP scene for GTA is so huge as well, right?
And then it's meant to be integrated into 6 as well with the 5M servers. So,
well, that keeps all the people happy that do all the modding and all the, well, not the modding, but all the role playing stuff happy, because obviously they were concerned what's going to happen to our stuff, or are we just stuck on GTA 5 things? Kindred said, didn't Rockstar buy 5M2? So they did. Yeah. So that's the thing. So that's pretty much covering all. The people who want to play the story should technically be covered. People who've got multiplayer, hopefully, will be covered. But the people who go on the 5M servers and that, they're definitely covered. We know that. It's just kind of really what's going to happen to the PC players, really, I guess. That's the only thing. Or they could surprise us and we find out it bloody comes out on PC round about the same time.
Can you imagine PC first, consoles later?
Yeah, can you imagine? That'd really fuck everyone.
In a world that would never happen.
You're like, so we promised you this, but we're going to do this. I was like, wow, okay. There you go. All right, folks. Well, as soon as we get more, we've been talking about GTA for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm sure we'll be talking about it for a long time to come. But yeah, May the 26th, they're confident it is going to land and it's going to be in a good shape. But I, like Sawyer, will probably think that it's the story mode that's going to be hopefully in the good shape. And then obviously other stuff will come along as it goes. Moving on to our final game of the night. Last year, we got a collection of classic fighting games brought to you by Capcom. And they have done the same again by bringing another collection of awesome fighting games. This came out on Friday, and this is on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Obviously, you can play it on the newer consoles as well, but it's geared to the older generation. But this is Capcom Fighting Collection 2. They really pushed the boat out with the name of this one, didn't they? But there you go.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
There you go, folks. So that is the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Out now on pretty much everything. Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Dave, pretty much says it all, really, from that trailer. If there's anything else you can tell us.
Yeah, well, it's just a nice collection of sort of 8 perhaps lesser known fighting games, especially like in today's crowd. Some of these have probably been long forgotten because some of them were only on the Dreamcast, like the Power Stone games. I remember playing those on there. They were pretty good arena brawlers, but I haven't played
One of the best fighting games ever.
They were really good.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them, brought forward to modern consoles. More people can play them. They all contain, co-op and online play now. I think they all use the rollback netcode, so it should be a good experience for everyone who tries to play it. It looks like they've got some good extra stuff in there, artwork, development documents, music you can just listen to. Looks like a pretty cool collection. Worth playing.
Yeah. I'd say the first collection, for me personally, seemed better than this one because they had the Punisher game and a lot of the Street Fighter stuff as well. So this one would be more of an unknown for me because a lot of those games I don't know, I'll be honest. But I know a lot of people were hyped for this, that this was coming out. I know people were talking about this from the start of the year, saying they're really looking forward to this coming out. Do you know what? Because this is the last game of the night, I'm going to let everyone have a free-for-all. Who wants to talk about this one? You can all have a little say about this if you want.
Power Stone. Fucking Power Stone, one of the greatest fighting games of all time. I played so many hours on the Dreamcast with this game with my brothers, yeah. It was just fucking amazing. And it's the fact that they're bringing this back, that's great in my eyes. The rest of them could fuck off, but that one, boom.
Street Fighter is what...
Power Stone, mate. Power Stone. Fucking hell. Our brothers used to beat the shit out of each other over that game, mate. The Dreamcast pad smashed on back of your head.
Right.
It's just full nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, we go. We might have an argument now. Gozzo says, "Don't forget, Soul Calibur 1 is the greatest fighting game in the world."
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball. Fuck off.
He's so much bias for Dragon Ball. Jeez.
Make sure man that program, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Anybody else want to say anything about this one?
No, I mean the Street Fighter 3 was what really got me. I remember, I think it was like Third Strike, seeing one of the infamous fighting clips with a player called Daigo and Justin Wong, and he just full parries him on like a sliver of health, full parries him, and then turns the game around and wins the tournament. And it was just like one of the craziest fighting games clips I've ever seen. Like, it's the one that I just remember to this day. Like, this is so long ago now.
Yeah. It's going to be, as you say, it's going to be very nostalgic for a lot of people watching this. And it's out now, so if you want to get it. Folks, last chance to get some shout-outs, get your scores. Let's see what the chat are saying. And then we'll go through. Let's see. Pretty much, Manic sends 7. John Unicycle. Good evening, by the way, John. Hope you're well. All the way from Philadelphia. 8 out of 10. Danker says an 8. Gozzo says an 8. I can see a theme here. Kindred says an 8. Flame says an 8. Manic says, I was born in the 90s, so the only time I ever saw that is when people on YouTube talk about it. There you go. There you go. Should be a 10, says iQuail, but probably an 8.5. iQuail's all the way over in Alicante. Hello.
Dedicated.
Yeah, dedicated to be a nice one. You're supposed to be on holiday, mate. Why are you watching this? But I do appreciate you watching.
We had a big screen in the bar on holiday.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he's in some stadium, it's on there. Let's go. Let's go with Jamie. Jamie, we'll work that way this time. Jamie, you start with the scores.
I'll go 7.5. So many 8s. Let's be a bit different.
All right, Sawyer.
Power Stone carries it. A on the bar for me.
Okay, 8 from Sawyer. Emily.
8.5.
Over all the bases.
Right, Dave.
I'm going 8.5 as well.
8.5. There you go. Kindra says, now all the mods turn up. I know, yeah, we're nearly at the end of the show and all the mods turn up. It's hilarious. All right, okay. Right, chat, any more scores? This is your last chance. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which came out last Friday on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. He's even giving you a shout out already before you even put a score in. He's preempting what's going to happen. I can tell you this. You're going to have to do another shout out, Dave, because he's got a solid 8. Hey, so sorry, got it right. Well done. Congratulations. Plus a ton of other people. So there you go. He gets a second shout out. And then can you also do exclamation Dave? Oh, look at that. He's on it. Thank you, Dave. Congratulations to Flame, who's been doing really well tonight. Probably got the most right, I think. Kindred, well done. Gozzo, well done. Danker, well done. Drawn Unicycle, well done. Congratulations to all of you for getting that right. Shout outs are going out now. And that, folks, is our end of our show. We have literally covered anything. Anything else you guys want to say about the Gamer Guide, what you got coming up, where you're going to be? I know you said you're at Gamescom, but anything else you want to say?
Be at Timeless.
Timeless, yeah. There's big event called Timeless.
Yeah.
Come to Timeless.
Yeah.
We'll also be at MCM as well.
Yeah, apply for a creator. There are spaces left. But you've got to be
15.
quick.
Only 15. Quick. Come on.
15 spaces. There you go. You heard it here first. 15 spaces left. So yeah. Don't come to Timeless, says Dave. Jesus Christ, Dave. Iquel says, I'm not on a lads rave in Benidorm. I've gone to my grandparents' house. We just got in the house from the airport and put the kids to bed. So having a quick, and you put me on, of all things.
There's got to be better options there.
There's got to be better.
With all the content available.
Yeah. Grandparents friendly.
Yeah.
Just say pop 20 times. Pop,
they're probably sitting there going, what are we watching? There you go. But no, I appreciate, as you said, that is dedication. Thank you so much, Iquel. I hope you had a good flight. I hope you enjoy your holiday. So that's pretty good of you. Also, don't forget Twitch Manchester meet. Sawyer's going to be at that as well. July 4th at Arcade Club. Literally 90 of the 150 tickets went. More than half the tickets went in 24 hours, which is insane because how good the last one was. So people obviously want to be there for the next one. Get your free tickets. There's probably a link, and I'm not prepared to do it, so I'm going to quickly get it now. But that will be our next one. Prizes galore, and we weren't joking. I've got fucking hundreds of these in my unit, so we have had all the stock turn up. The stock that was supposed to turn up for the last event turned up 3 weeks ago. So we'll be giving away some goodies as well. But there is the link if you want to get your tickets for the Manchester Twitch meet. All you got to be is on Twitch, and it's as simple as that. So there you go, folks. Sawyer, Emily, Jamie, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Greatly appreciate it. Again, go check out the Gamer Guide. Go subscribe. New issue out next month. Are you allowed to say what games you're reviewing? I don't want to spoil anything else. Or
you'll see Doom.
Yeah.
You'll see the Precinct. You see a range of like indie titles and stuff. Elden Ring Night Rain will be in there.
Nice.
Yeah. So a plethora of things.
Nice. Awesome.
A lot of big brands. A lot of big brands.
Go check it out. Go subscribe now. You won't be
disappointed. And the Gundam PC.
Yes. Now, if everyone's been following the socials, the team have been working on this really hard. This whole Gundam PC is amazing, and just seeing all the process, you get to see the final setup of this. It's gonna be pretty freaking cool.
Yes.
There you go. Go check it out. Sure. Thank you, as always, to my co-host who knows the most, Mr. David Jones.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Always a pleasure. Always a fountain of knowledge. Thank you to the mods. Now they're here. There you go. Iquel said the kids are made up with all the Twitch bags I won at the last event. No worries, mate. It keeps them happy, keeps the kids entertained. Thank you to everyone who's been in chat. We are back with TNGC next week, where our guest is someone else from Timeless, who is running all the Just Dance stuff. The wonderful MZ Lee is on the show next week, official Just Dance creator. She's awesome. So she will be with us next week. Don't forget, tomorrow is community night. We are trying out, even though it got delayed, we were supposed to do this in March, but it got delayed. So it's finally out on consoles. We'll be playing Fragpunk. So if you want to join in, it's now cross-platform and free on all platforms. We'll be playing that tomorrow night from 8:30. So that is all good. All that leaves for me to do is raid. So let's see who is on. I might actually do the thing where I give people a couple of options. I might give the lovely people the Gamer Guide to pick someone as it loads up clunkingly, as it does on the stream deck. Here we go. Press that button. There's again a lot of people on tonight. Right, let's have a look. So we have got. Actually, go back. We have got. So we've got a bit of retro. We have got Mr. Pass the Plunger, who's playing the original Donkey Kong. We have got Eerie Fairy, who's playing the Capcom Fighting Collection, but the first one. Oh no, they say they're playing the second one. It's obviously not listed, so they're playing that. We've got Jay Christian the third, who's playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Who do you want to go for?
Vito. Is anyone else?
I just go for Doom.
You want to go for Doom? Jamie says Doom.
Yeah, let's throw Doom and then
go for Doom. Right, we'll go for Jay Christian. Happy with that, Emily?
No.
No. What do you want?
2 votes for it. You got to vote that, Emily. Sorry.
I was on the Capcom one, but it's fine. It's fine.
Maybe another time we'll raid someone who's in Capcom. All right. Let's go raid Jay Christian. He's playing the new Doom. Go say hello to him. That raid will start when the end credits are rolled. And all that leaves for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening. There's the link for Jay Christian if the raid doesn't go over. And I shall see you back at 8:30 tomorrow evening for some Frag Punk. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. We're going to do that awkward thing where we wave at the camera and make it look like the show's ending. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.